What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 64, and we start today's episode off with a game against Liverpool here away at Anfield, and we have a fit first 11 for this game. Of course, in the last episode, in the last game, you would have seen us lose on penalties to Manchester City in the Capital One Cup. Third or fourth round, I think it was. So we're disappointed to be going out of that competition because we have won it for the past two seasons. So we're disappointed to be going out of that competition early. But yeah, we did play 120 minutes against City, which did mean that some of our players were a little bit tired. But the first 11 didn't play a single minute in that game, so they were all fully fit and ready to go here at Anfield for this game against Liverpool. So I was looking forward to it. We're yet to lose at Anfield. We drew last season 1-1, and we won in the first season by a goal to nil. So yet to lose at Anfield, so I was looking forward to this game. But even so, it would be difficult because Liverpool, on the game, and I guess in real life at the moment, they're showing, to be quite a strong side. That they are a very, very strong side, and Brendan Rodgers is building a very, very good young team there. But we had the first chance of the game in the 43rd minute when Lukaku comes through 1-on-1 here, but Mignolet makes a good save to deny him, so it's still 0-0 as things stood. But in the 44th minute, once again, it's Reed who collects the ball for Liverpool, but gives the ball away. Lukaku makes a great challenge, and then he intercepts Skirtle, goes through 1-on-1, and again, he's got no support, Lukaku. That's the dangers of playing with only one striker. Sorry, disadvantage when playing with one striker. You don't get much support for your lone forward, and Lukaku had to take aim, but it was good save by Mignolet, so still 0-0. And in the 56th minute here, Daniel Sturridge puts the ball wide, drags his shot wide of the post, so still 0-0. And in the 75th minute here, Andros Townsend collects the ball as we go on the break. Leroy Fer finds Wijnaldum, back to Andros Townsend, back outside to our captain Leroy Fer, down the left-hand side here. He's got all the time in the world, takes aim because the defender was catching up to him, Glenn Johnson I think it was, and then Sterling goes right through the back of Wijnaldum. And to be honest, I thought that should have been a penalty, to be honest, because forget the Fer missed chance. I honestly thought that passage of play, you should have seen a penalty there, because Sterling just literally came right through the back of Wijnaldum there, and I thought it should have been a penalty, but the referee said no. It did finish 0-0. I was pleased to get a clean sheet away at Anfield, but even so, disappointed to only get a point, and yeah, felt as though we could have won that game. We had most chances, but even so, it did finish 0-0, and you got to take the positives, and that is that we kept a clean sheet away from home, and we did not lose the game. So anyway, it was a 0-0 draw, and that was on the weekend. And in midweek, we had a game against Galatasaray. Yes, Galatasaray, the side, of course, that knocked us out of the Europa League last year in the quarter-finals, and yeah, we came into this game here at Carrow Road. Of course, last season we won this fixture. We won 2-1. Of course, it was in vain because Galatasaray won over two legs, but we won the fixture last season, so you got to be pleased with that. And yeah, we came into this game relatively confident. We've been on a good run. We've only lost once this season. Of course, those were on penalties to Man City with a backup side. So we came into this game full of relative confidence. But of course, this is the side that ended our Europa League run last year. So I was like, I really want revenge in this game. But it was going to be difficult because, of course, they have a fantastic side. They've got some brilliant players. This is how the table looks after match day one, though. We're currently sitting top of such a good group, so that's very nice. But they've got some great players, of course. Schneider in there, Felipe Mayo, Elmander, of course, one of our former loanees. They've got Drogba on the bench. I mean, what a great option that would be to bring on. So they've got a very, very strong side, so I knew it would be a very difficult game here. And it was Galatasaray had the first chance of the game as well. 6 minutes in, their number 19 headed the ball through to Johan Elmander there. Eventually the ball came to Wesley Schneider, who rolled it through to the Swedish international. Great save by McCarthy in this game, and the header is cleared away. So 7 minutes in, Galatasaray had the first chance, but still 0-0. And again here, you see them come through here. Ainan plays it back to Wesley Schneider, plays it out wide, wonderful ball out wide to number 35, and again Butler makes a great save, and it's cleared away by our captain. So still 0-0. That was it for the first half though, just a couple of chances for Galatasaray, but in the second half, another great chance, again is spurned, shot goes just wide of McCarthy's goal, but just a couple of minutes after that though, we gave the ball away, and eventually the header came through to Wesley Schneider, and the Dutch international puts the ball past McCarthy. So the former Inter Milan man makes it 1-0 to Galatasaray, and the revenge we were seeking was not looking likely. So still 1-0, and in the 63rd minute, another great chance here for Galatasaray. Eventually the shot is dragged just wide of the post though by, I think it was Ainan there, down the left hand side. So still 1-0 is all Galatasaray. We really were playing badly, but he see Anthony dispossessed Kaya and smashed the ball past the goalkeeper. So a really clinical finish by Anthony there. dispossesses the defender and blasts the ball into the back of the net. So 1-1 and an injury time here as we were about to close the game off here and have a draw. Dale Jennings collects the ball down the left hand side here, cuts onto his right. Can he score? Shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper to deny him there, down to his right hand side. So a good save by the keeper. It's given away, comes to Diego Perotti, and the new winger puts the ball just wide of the post. So it does finish 1-1, and I'll take the draw. I mean, I'll take it. We've got a very, very strong group, of course, with Galatasaray, Bayern Munich and Copenhagen, so I'll take the draw. I mean, I feel as though we're probably going to lose both games against Bayern Munich, yet we'll win both games against Copenhagen. So I think a draw in that game is not too bad, because of course Galatasaray, I don't really know what to say about Galatasaray. I still think they could falter against Copenhagen. So in general, I think that draw is not too bad. We got completely outplayed for most parts of the game, so I think a draw isn't really that bad. So I'll take the point, and it doesn't mean that we get revenge, of course, for them knocking us out last year, but I'll take the point. Take the positives in that game, and it does finish 1-1. But here's a look at the, you just saw the U-Score monthly report there. All the players look very bad. And here is a squad report. And a reminder once again, for those who keep asking, squad reports and the full league table, they're shown at the start of each month. So, relax, you don't need to comment on every episode. Show the squad report. It's at the start of every single month. So there you go. Start of every in-game month, I should say. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for a long time. But yeah, at the start of every in-game month, you'll see the squad report and the full league table. So there you go. But yeah, it's looking good. Most players going up really, really well. Still disappointed that Ross Barkley's yet to grow a single rating, but even so, most players are going up really well. Dale Jennings looks like he could be one of the most biggest bargains of the series. But here's a look at the full league table. We're unbeaten, 6 games in, 4 wins and 2 draws, 0 losses. So we're top of the table by a single point ahead of City and Stoke. Stoke in third place. So yeah, we're doing quite well at the moment. We're doing really, really well. I don't predict we'll be there at the end of the season, but for the time being, we're doing quite well. And of course, we're unbeaten. So that's the most important thing. We're unbeaten in the league, and that's very good indeed. But we do take on Arsenal for the third and final game of the episode here. And of course, after that draw against Galatasaray, I thought I'd see some light green and yellow fitness problems there. But no, every single player was on dark green, and everyone seemed perfectly fit to carry on. So we didn't rest any players, and we were all ready to take on Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal finished above us, one place above us last season. They finished third. So of course, this will be another sort of Champions League rival, if you will, for places come the end of the season. So it's not going to be an easy game. And of course, at the moment they're sitting in 9th, so not doing too well, but they're only 4 points off us, because of course we only played 6 games, and you can't really predict how the league table is going to finish after 6 games. But yeah, they've got a very strong side. Noticed that they've got Ava Banega playing up front, so no real out-and-out striker, if you will. Good centre forward, but no real out-and-out striker for them. Not sure where Giroud was. I think he might have been on the bench, but even so, good side Arsenal have, of course. And in the 4th minute, it was Banega trying to prove me wrong there, that he's not an out-and-out striker with a good strike. But Butler makes a good save, so still 0-0. But in the 27th minute, we had a good chance here. Wijnaldum, wonderful chest by Wijnaldum, gets past his man, gets inside Kieran Gibbs there, uses his strength, takes aim at the near post, but Szczesny, the Polish goalkeeper, makes a very good save to keep the score at 0-0. But from the corner, it comes to Smalling. His header is well saved, and eventually it's bundled in over the line. And I'm not sure who it was, but it got credit as a Chris Smalling goal. I have no idea how that was given as a Smalling goal. That was the most blatant own goal you'll ever see. But we were 1-0 up, that's all that matters. But it didn't last for long, because Walcott took aim from just outside the area. Wonderful left foot strike into the top corner past Butland, and Arsenal are back on level terms here. So 1-1, and on the stroke of half time, Townsend collects the ball, uses his pace, goes down the right hand side here. Didn't have too many options, so I decided to take aim, try and catch Szczesny out. Good save by the goalkeeper, but it comes to Nathan Redmond here. Redmond collects the ball, crosses the ball towards Wijnaldum. It's headed away, but Arsenal failed to clear it. It came out wide to Nathaniel Klein. First time ball into Nathaniel Shaloba here. Fake shots round Johan Kabay, rolls it off to Andros Townsend, and he finesses the ball past Szczesny to make it 2-1 here. So on the stroke of half time, we were back in front. Andros Townsend with the goal as he celebrates with Shaloba, and it's 2-1 here. So a great finish by Townsend, and we are in front. But in the 53rd minute, Arsenal came through. Ava Banega collects it, plays a wonderful free ball to Johan Kabay, and the French midfielder puts the ball past Jack Butland. So a good goal for the former Newcastle man, who looked as though he could have been going to Arsenal in real life this transfer window. but he didn't. But anyway, we bring on make a double substitution here. Anthony and Olsen came on, and for Arsenal, I think it was Bendtner and Cazorla that came on for them. And in the 79th minute, it was Wijnaldum that came through here. Good chance for us. Heel to heel flick and a good shot, but well saved by Szczesny, and it was still 2-2. But in the 83rd minute here, Johan Kabay collects the ball, gives it to Diaby. Kabay collects it again, rolls it through to the substitute, Nicholas Bendtner. Great save by Butler, and then Walcott takes aim. Shaw was on the line. Butler made the save, and eventually Bendtner bundles the ball over the line with a good finish, but Shaw couldn't prevent it from crossing the line, and it does finish 3-2. So it's our first league loss of the season. It's Arsenal that beat us here at Carrow Road. Very disappointing. It's Bendtner that steals all 3 points for Arsenal, but even so, very disappointing. But it is our first league loss of the season. It was going to happen eventually, but sad to see it happen just 7 games into the season. But the Norwich board say, what's going on with Luke Shaw? Why have you not offered him a contract yet? And it's like, it's because we ain't got the money. That's why. He's been complaining for quite a while now that he wants a new contract, which is fair enough because he's only on £5 a week. But sadly, we can't afford £30 a week. All we can afford is about £9. But for some reason, I don't think he's going to accept the new contract we offer here, and he'll come back to us in the next episode and say that's not good enough. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave likes. That's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.